Recently, I did a live training where there were some really interesting questions that you guys were asking, and I wanted to put this video together just to answer some of the common questions that you guys might have in regards to getting started in real estate investing. So without further ado, let's jump into this. What's going on, everybody? It's Jamel Gibbs. All right, so question, Jamel, this is from Anthony Russell. Do you get into real estate contracts with the feds and your private coaching? No, I don't necessarily get into that in my private coaching. I don't because I don't do it, to be honest. So because of that, I only talk about what I actually do. I'm not like everybody else who could spew information and, they've never done it. I only talk about stuff that I've actually done and I'm actually currently doing. So that way I know it works. I choose to stick to hard facts rather than fiction, or not necessarily fiction, just stuff that, pie in the sky stuff that I haven't done before. So I choose to stick to what actually works and surround myself with people that have actually done it as well. It says, Jamel, can person wholesale their home if it is no equity in the house? Yes, you can if you find the right buyer. So did you start with wholesale first? That's a great question. No, I didn't. I started off as a rehabber at 21 years old. So the way my story goes is I started off investing as a rehabber. I started off in the business as an agent and a broker. I became a broker. I became a broker shortly after I became an agent. During that time, I actually wholesaled my first deal, which we didn't call it wholesaling back then. We were just flipping contracts. And that first deal was a business. It wasn't even a house. So I knew somebody who wanted to buy a sandwich shop, and I knew somebody who wanted to sell a sandwich shop. So I said, if you pay me $1,500, I'll connect you. It was a handshake deal, no paperwork involved. I got my cash right up front. And the buyer went ahead and bought the sandwich shop. Two brothers that I knew. Since then, they both passed away. But everybody was happy in the deal. After that, I learned how to rehab. So I guess you could say I started off wholesaling, but really it wasn't like I had a wholesale business. That wasn't the case. The case was I started off, I sold this sandwich shop. It was technically a commercial deal, but it was a handshake deal. No paperwork, nothing like the way we do business today. After that, I went ahead and got into rehabbing because that's something that I always wanted to do. So my first rehab deal, I didn't have the money to do it. I had $250 in my pocket. I was really young, and it took me about, I want to say, a good 6 or 7 months to meet a private money lender who was capable enough to lend me the money on a deal. And I met that private money lender through another investor. This is the importance of networking, right? So after I met the private money lender and we built a relationship, she wouldn't lend me money right away because I was young and she knew I was broke. But she just wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna hop, skip, and jump with her money. We did our first deal. It was a rehab deal. I bought the house, fixed it up, and then I ended up selling that house, and I made like a $20,000 profit. And then after that, I made a $48,000 profit. Then after that, I made it just kept compounding. And before you knew it, I was doing more deals than I can count at one time. Realistically, I was doing like 5 or 6 rehabs at a time. The market went crazy. I was riding the market up. And then my business got slammed because especially during that last recession that we had, the Great Recession, quote unquote, the reason why my business got slammed is primarily because I had too much money out. I was over leveraged. Prices were dropping. The market changed like overnight and my business was slumped. So then I started wholesaling strategically after that. And I built a business around wholesaling and creative real estate investing. And from wholesaling and creative real estate investing, I really built up my business over the last, what was that, 2008, 14, 15 years. I've been in a business since 2002. So yeah, over the last 14 to 15 years, I really catapulted my business. And then I started from wholesaling and creative investing. I built up a nice rental portfolio. I started doing more rehabs, and then I got into bird deals and things like that. We weren't calling it bird deals back then either. They were just regular rental deals, where you buy a house, you fix it up, you refi, pull your money out, and then you move on to the next one and you rent the house, right? So that's what I was doing, a mixture of all of those things. Did a couple of commercial deals. And in addition to that, I built some houses. I built an entire community of houses just about 5-6 years ago, which I'm excited to say. So I've done a little bit of everything. These days, I'm more because of the market condition, I'm more focused on creative real estate investing. I think it's prime for what this market offers right now. I think things like seller financing is subject to and lease options, as well as wholesaling. Those are all good strategies for today's market. My problem with wholesaling is you're only as good as your last deal. You only get paid one time wholesaling. I'm not saying that it's not necessary, because you need it in order to build capital for your business. But really, I think long term. So I want passive income. I want money generating every single month. And if I can middleman a deal, if I'm going to wholesale and play middleman, I might as well do it with something I can create multiple checks off of. So I do creative investing for that. I also do true buy and holds, where we bird deals, and I'm starting to buy businesses as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Anthony Russell, he says, have you had any issues securing financing funding as a real estate entrepreneur? Yes and no. In the beginning, it was harder to get funding than it is today. And the reason for that is because I wasn't established. But do you need money? No. You have to build relationships, right? So especially with hard money is completely different than private money, right? Hard money is more institutionalized, where they're going to look at your credit. They're going to look at how much money you have in the bank. They're going to make sure they want their points up front, things like that. Private money you can control, because this is the person next door with some money who don't know what to do with the money, and it's more beneficial for them to lend you the money against real estate than it is for the money to sit in the bank, because they're not gaining that much interest, especially during times of inflation. I said that really fast, but I hope you caught what I was saying. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell. Let me know what other types of videos you want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.